Warning: the following podcast contains violent scenes that may be unsettling to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised. Hello, and welcome to Changing the Lost Vanity. Vanity is a first edition Chronicles of Darkness game set in southern Florida during the year 1993. Follow Katrina, played by Tillman, Raymond, played by Chris, Isabel, played by Andrew, Frank, played by Slavic, and Adam as the storyteller, as they uncover the mysteries of the true Fae and forge new paths for themselves in a world of beauty and madness. Follow us on Twitter at twin_cities_VTM for channel updates, and we hope you enjoy this episode.
So we'll say that it's kind of your typical day of just showing houses to interested couples mainly. You kind of have like this whole spiel memorized where you give them like the tour and you kind of are showing them some of the like advantages of the house and stuff like that, kind of like boasting about the neighborhood. You're very good at what you do. You're like on top of your game when it comes to this.
And some people are probably like elderly couples that are looking to move to the area and just find a quiet neighborhood. And I'm just trying to oh yeah, the neighborhood's really quiet, even though I don't know that for sure, that kind of
Right.
thing.
You'll
Like I'm
tell them
just
what they
making
want to
shit,
hear.
whatever you want to hear. Yeah.
If you want to quiet, yeah, if it's older people, you tell them this is a great quiet neighborhood with lots of other seniors. If you got some young people moving in, you say like this is very close to like a very hot nightlife spot. You know what to say to make people interested.
Yeah, Isabel is really good at just persuading people into things, just in general. It's one of those situations where she is doing her best to just upsell the house. And so somebody's probably going to go for it.
And so you do your showings, you trade cards with a handful of folks. You drive to your next location and it's very routine for you. You know how this goes. You've done it a lot. Nothing really stands out. It's kind of just your usual. You do the showings, you trade cards, you move on to the next spot. You do the showings, you trade some cards, you move on to the next spot, and then you just wait for the fish to bite, really.
Yeah.
So when you're all done for the day, I guess would you be calling Nicole back, or maybe you guys said like you'll meet, or I don't know. Would you call Nicole back, maybe?
She'd call her back, yeah, and arrange like a whatever is nearby to whatever neighborhood she's in, because she would probably have to drive to a new spot, and
Yeah.
so she would just kind of maybe she has like an idea of what's around in this area and be like, okay, let's meet up at this place, that kind of thing, and she'll be there like ahead of her, waiting with like drinks ready to go, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So you arranged to meet her at this kind of like it's like a cafe style like restaurant that does brunch and has like some very nice like outdoor seating. And so
Okay,
you get
that
a
sounds
table
good.
outside for the both of you guys, and you already have like you order a drink and you're kind of like sipping on it, waiting for Nicole to arrive.
And yeah, I'll make sure that there's mimosa there waiting for this, since that's what she brought up. And like, okay, I have one of those sitting there waiting for her.
And just to describe this place a little bit, it's like it's not like a super fancy place. It is like pretty popular for like brunch though. Like there was like a little bit of like a maybe like a 10-minute wait for you to like get an outside table. It's like very popular with like the younger kind of like I don't want to say like hipster because I don't really know what the equivalent of that was back in the day, but it's like kind of like the younger like more hip kind of crowd, like students, alternative people. It's like a lot of like coffee shop type of people who are like going there to like sit by themselves and try to get some work done or read or do whatever.
So would you say that Isabel probably stands out a bit? I mean, she normally does stand out a bit, but
You get
she's
some
like
looks, definitely.
she's in like her like semi-formal attire with like the skirt and the business top, the what do you call it, like the blazer, the woman's blazer and all that kind of thing. So with her heels and her hair done and makeup and all this, so she looks like, you know, how do you describe it? Just kind of she's just looks all business, like she is making an imposing and impressive figure.
When you see like you catch a few looks usually wherever you go, but You'll see some people will kind of like turn around and give you like a double take and stuff like that. You're quite the head turner. Within a couple minutes, you see Nicole kind of like walking up to the table a little bit like hurriedly, and she throws her purse down, kind of like next to her seat, and kind of says like, "Hey, dear," and she just like leans in and gives you like a kiss on the cheek and kind of like sits down. She like immediately takes her shoes off and she's like, "Oh, my feet are killing me." The walk from the bus stop was a little bit longer than I expected, and she's like pulling her shirt out a little bit to like cool herself down. It's like a hot Florida afternoon.
Hmm.
The sun is
I'm
beating
probably
down.
feeling it too.
Yeah, it's hot out, and even though you guys have a umbrella for shade, it's still, that almost like tropical heat that is a given on a summer day in Florida.
I'll
But
kind of like gently push the glass over to her
and
with the
she
drink.
she takes a big sip and kind of like slams it back down on the table, and she's just like, "Thank you, sweetie." And she just said, like, she leans in and she's like, "So what have you been up to? I haven't talked to you in a little while. Has anything been going on with you?" And she lights up a cigarette.
Isabel will take a moment just observing like her dress, her appearance, and just like her general body language before responding. She's just kind of, as she come in, sit down, all that stuff, just kind of getting a feel for like what kind of mood she's in.
I should describe what Nicole looks like too.
That would
So
be helpful,
Nicole,
yes.
yeah, sorry. Nicole is a spring courtier. She is like in game terms, you'd probably, she's some type of fairest, assumably. She is like very elongated figure, very skinny. Her hair is kind of her. Let me just say first, her fey mean is like a lot more subdued than a lot of other changelings you've seen. She could probably pass as like being somewhat mortal. There are some like distinctions though that kind of obviously make her different. One of which is her ears are kind of like longer at the bottom, not like elf ears, but almost like her earlobes like go down to like I don't know, they kind of like hang down a little bit lower. And her
Okay.
teeth are kind of like she has like a little bit of like an underbite type of like fangs a little bit that sticks out just like a little bit over her top lip. Her hair is this very long down to her butt, very very curly wild hair, and it just appears to be like hair like human hair, except that it's extremely long. It's like curly and this almost golden yellowish blonde color. The type of clothes that she's wearing is, I want to say, like a short dress with like a floral print and some like very stylish shoes. She has a lot of like dangly bracelets and jewelry on her arm, as well as some kind of like costumey necklace.
Okay.
Her expression right now and her mood, she kind of just seems like flustered from the heat. She's looking at you with like wide eyes and a smile, like she's very excited to see you though, like just catching up with an old friend or whatever.
Okay. Um, with that, Isabel will kind of let out a sigh and say, besides the usual, just living my life, well, I've been having to do a lot of work with, she pauses for a moment and says, Manny.
Oh, Manny.
He's needed a lot of favors.
He's kind of
And
cute.
not those kind of favors. She gives her a little smile as
Yeah,
she says
sure.
that.
And she kind of like jokingly like, like pushes your shoulder a little bit like, "Yeah, sure." Like you're lying. But she knows you're being truthful. She's just trying to tease you a little bit.
Mhm.
She's just like, "So, I mean, nothing's really been going on with me either. City's been so dead lately. I was really hoping with the club opening the other day that have a
How
lot more
was that? I
fun
missed
going
most of
on.
it.
It was really fun. It was really fun. It's a lot of the usual though. It's just another club. I really wish something really fun would come around here. I
Yeah.
guess I don't really know what I mean. It's just, I don't know. Just want more fun.
Well, I
Why'd
I
you
don't know.
get
I've
called
had
away anyways? I was really excited to dance with you.
oh, like I said, Manny, he's got He's got some project that he's working on, and I've been doing some talking to people for him.
She gives you this kind of like eyebrow raise look, just like, okay, if you don't want to tell me, I guess you don't have to. Just wondering.
Just he asked me not to talk too much about it. Is all.
Well, now I'm really interested.
Well, um, it's one of those things where you don't want to say too much because if you're wrong about certain things, it could make things worse. You know? Does that make any sense? It's not that I'm trying to hide anything. It's just I don't want to freak you out.
Yeah, I get that. Does
Let's
this have
just,
anything to do with why you guys were talking to Melissa at the club opening?
yeah. I kind of want to just relax,
Yeah,
and
fair enough, girl. Fair enough.
just talk about. But tell me about you. Like, what have you been doing? You meet anyone yet?
Not lately. Kind of just keeping my options open, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. There was
I mean,
this cute bartender who asked me out at the club, and
ooh, do tell.
it's it's not going well.
Hmm.
I thought he might have been, I don't know. Like I said, he was cute. I thought he might have been more interesting, but he's not.
None of them are, honey. They're just tools, just objects.
That's what it looks like.
She leans
So
back in like the wooden chair of this outdoor table and takes another long sip of her drink from the straw.
what Isabel says, so you don't really reach out too much anymore. What's going on?
Just I guess I've been busy with a little bit of court stuff myself. You know, ever since Allison opened up the club, she's been pretty busy with maintaining that. She's kind of passed down some of the smaller tasks to the other courtiers. Not that I really mind. I mean, I have to do something. I'm not really working right now, as you probably know. Gotta fill the day some way. Yeah, look, my car's in the shop, okay?
Hey, I'm
You
not judging.
you know that's not and like out of character, like that's not true. Like
Oh,
she's just bullshitting you. She doesn't really want to like talk about, how she.
personal situation of any kind.
Yeah, exactly. She's just like, it's in the shop.
I'll say to her, does Allison need any help with anything? Do you need any help with anything?
Mm,
Look, if you need something, you can talk to me.
she puts a cigarette out on the ground and steps on it with her foot, kind of wiggles her foot around to stomp crush it out. And she's like, no, it's nothing like that. I mean, things have just been a little weird. Yeah, ever since that nightclub opening, we've been having some kind of weird troubles with Melissa, who I'm sure you already know is kind of a mess anyways, but stressing Allison out. I personally don't really care, but you know, Allison's the boss, so
Yeah, tell me about it. That's exactly how I feel with Manny sometimes. Don't really care, but gotta do what he says. He knows what he's doing. Well, at least you're not the only one, right?
right.
I just wanted to maybe reinforce that you can if you need anything, you can talk to me.
And she reaches out across the table and puts her hand on top of your hand. She's just like, "You're such a sweetie." You know that goes for you too.
I'll give her like a smile in return.
And then she's like, "So, tell me more about this Kyle." And I'm just gonna cut away from that scene for right now. She kind of just like presses you to gossip more.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Frank, you arrive at home. Did you want to make any calls or?
Yeah, definitely. For first thing, probably gonna call. Probably Isabella first.
So you get into the house. You can hear like the sound of Jeopardy playing through the wall next door to Patricia and Joe's apartment. They're like they're watching Jeopardy at like 3/4 of the way, full volume, just like super fucking loud. And it just indicates to you that they're home, and you probably find some kind of comfort knowing that they're there, just doing their thing. And you grab the phone and you dial up Isabel's cell phone. So Frank, you reach for the clear. It's like this clear plastic cord wall phone. You know, the kind that hang up on the wall next to the phone jack, and it's attached to this like curly wire. The phone itself is made out of this clear plastic, so you can kind of see all the chips and mechanisms and stuff like that that's inside of it. There's like a lot of clear plastic stuff in the 90s. I don't know why, but it was awesome.
Okay, so just try to sort of find a diary with numbers in it. Probably doesn't remember it by heart, and it's just...
But you know it's in there somewhere. So
yeah.
Okay, Isabel, your phone rings.
And this
You're
is
still
when-
with Nicole.
Okay. So she'll hear her, phone ringing from her purse. Just be like, okay, excuse me, just one moment, and just take it out and kind of look at it and see who it is. It's calling. If it's a number she might recognize, or one that's programmed in even.
It's one that's programmed in your phone, just says Frank.
She'll let out a brief sigh and just go, just one moment, and she'll answer, without waiting for like a reply, and she's not gonna get up and like walk away or anything. Just kind of at the table, just hello.
Hey, it's me, Frank.
Hi, Frank.
I hope I'm not bothering you too much.
Oh,
but
you're never a bother, Frank.
I'm calling because Manny's been getting these dolls, and he thinks they're threats to his person, and we've been trying to find out who it was, and I think he needs our help to do it. He's just one person, and I'm not really much of an investigator.
She kind of let out like a sigh, looking over at her companion, and just kind of like, okay, Frank, do you need me to meet you somewhere?
Well, do you have time? What time is it right now? 1 p.m. or something like that?
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 1 p.m.
Could we meet like 8 p.m. my place, or?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. I'm also gonna call Raymond and have him call. What was her name? I can't remember these names. Katrina, right?
Yeah.
Right. And hopefully we'll figure this out.
Okay, it's one of those situations.
Right. It is.
Well, I will be there.
Thanks, Is.
Yeah, it's no problem.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Isabel, Nicole's just like kind of looking at you with this kind of like coy grin as you're taking this phone call, and she's like, "Let me guess, something to do with Manny?"
Yeah, something I'm gonna have to do later tonight.
What would our leaders do without us, right?
Absolutely nothing.
She chuckles at that. All right, Frank, back to you. You were gonna call Raymond. You're about to make a phone call when your phone starts ringing. The office phone. It's like as you go to pick it up, it kind of starts ringing.
This is Dr. Zeller.
This is Frank. Is Raymond there?
Oh, hello, Frank. This is Raymond. How's it going?
Oh, hi Raymond. I just wanted to call you because Manny needs our help, and he told me to trust you, and I trust Manny, and that means I trust you.
Yeah, well, thank you. That means a lot to hear that. I have your trust. Any idea what this talk's gonna be about?
Well, it's a bit complicated, but he's been getting these weird dolls, like several of them, and he thinks they're like maybe curses or threats, or I don't know.
When you say dolls, what kind of dolls do you mean? Do you mean like the dolls that like little kids play with nowadays? Is that what you mean?
It's just these effigy things made out of sticks and I guess cloth, or very strange.
Out of character, can I roll like at a something in an occult to see if that like rings any bells to me, like just by the description that he's giving me and like saying that Manny's getting these dropped off?
Sure. Go ahead and give me intelligence and occult.
Okay.
So I do want to say that the specialty in Fae would apply to this, but I
Specialty.
also
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
think that on such a vague description of what it is,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
probably
yeah,
has
yeah, yeah.
minuses as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You tell me. It's your call.
So
Sure.
give me an intelligence occult roll, -2.
Okay. One success.
Okay, so this is kind of like bringing to mind some, I don't know. First, that's running through your head is kind of like the idea of like voodoo dolls, or like these types of like these types of effigies that people make, that they can use some sort of magic at them, and kind of like control things or make things happen to a person. That's kind of what's jumping out to you. You've read about maybe something like this in one of the old tomes that Norma has, buried away somewhere. You've heard about the use of effigies and the use of charms and symbols by the true Fae to, to control certain things or to influence certain things. So this idea is not foreign to you. What he's saying, like what Frank is saying to you, doesn't like immediately pop out as like, oh, this is that, this is this. But like it's something that I'll say it's rubbing you the wrong way. It's like your true face sense is tingling from hearing that, and you're just kind of like, this sounds bad to you from what you know.
Frank, are you with Manny right now?
No, I'm at home.
Frank, I need you to listen to me very carefully, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I need you to call Manny, and wherever Manny goes, I need you to stay with him, okay?
Okay.
Let me explain so you can understand why I'm worried. What you just described to me
Mm-hmm.
makes me feel very bad. Like maybe one of the bad people might be involved. Do you understand what I'm saying, Frank?
Okay. I'll see if I can.
Frank, I need you to listen. When I say bad people, I don't mean one of us. I mean one of the bad people who take people like us away. Do you understand what I'm saying, Frank?
I know what you mean, Raymond.
This isn't probably one of us, Frank, which means that Manny needs to be watched and taken care of. I trust that you can do that, okay?
Okay, I'll try to find him.
And where do you want to meet me at once you do find him?
Well, I told Isabella we should meet here at 8 p.m. my place.
Can you do
Probably
me one? Go ahead, I'm
give you
sorry.
like an address or something.
Can you do me a favor, Frank?
Sure. What do you need, Raymond?
Once you find Manny and you're with Manny, will you call me at my home phone number? The other phone number that's on that card I gave you?
Okay. Okay.
You should do that now when you're done, when you get off the phone with me, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to call Katrina and I'll tell Katrina what's going on so you don't have to worry about calling her, okay?
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
I need you to find Manny. I cannot, let me say it one more time, Frank, and I just want you to understand how important this is. Please find him, okay?
Yeah, I will. Don't worry.
Okay. Thank you, man. Thank you, Frank. You're a good man.
Yes,
He's
Frank
like,
hangs
Manny,
up.
Manny tells me all the
Picks
time.
up Fluffy and Raymond thinks I'm stupid or something.
I love that. That's funny. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna divert what I was gonna do originally because originally I was gonna call Isabel, but I'm gonna call Katrina now because obviously to me a bigger priority than my stupid nightmare. I'm gonna talk to Isabel later about it, but right now I want to call Katrina. That's okay with you, storyteller.
It's okay with me. Okay, so Katrina, you and Charlie are still on the couch. You've kind of been hanging out for the past half hour, 1 hour. He's actually on the you passed the phone over to him so he could call Melissa like he said he wanted to. And he's just kind of been like shooting the shit with her for the past like couple minutes. He just basically says like, "Yeah, I'm with Ray." Like, "No, I'm okay. Nope, everything's good here." No, I don't want you guys to worry. No, I mean it. Everything's fine. And then they kind of are just talking about like lighter stuff, just like what they've been up to, like a band that Melissa went to go see or something like that. Just friend talk. And all of a sudden, Charlie just puts the phone away from him for a second. He's like, I think there's another call coming in. Hey, Melissa, I'm gonna hang up with you. Charlie pushes like the hang up button and then raises his finger up to take the call that's kind of on hold, so to speak, and he just says, "Hello, I mean Zeller residence. Charlie speaking.
Hey, Charlie. It sounds like you're up and at it. You feeling better this morning?
I'm feeling not too bad. I just called Melissa to kind of catch up. I hope you don't mind. Katrina said it would be okay. I mean,
Yeah, I guess it's okay then.
Oh shit.
Raymond would have, Raymond wouldn't have allowed it, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah, okay, definitely. Listen, Charlie, I'm gonna be heading home soon. But I kind of need to speak to Katrina real quick. If you can hand the phone to her.
yeah. Here you go. And you guys are both sitting. Katrina, you and Charlie are sitting next to each other, and he just kind of like passes the phone over to you.
Hello.
So, hey, Katrina, how's it going?
Oh hi.
I got a call from Frank. I'm worried a little bit. He kind of explained to me that something that I gotta collect my thoughts here because it's like everywhere I turn, there's more signs of what I'm worried about is actually happening. I guess someone has been leaving these trinkets of sorts at Manny's doorstep. And from what I could gather from Manny wanted to speak to us all about it, but I had Frank give me as many details as he could. And Katrina, it really strikes me as something that one of them would be doing to us, which worries me because if they're going after the head of a freehold, then what's next? So I told Frank, I told him to contact Manny and be with Manny until we all can speak to Manny. I'm heading home right now. Be careful.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because I got a feeling if they're going outside, if they're going at Manny, are they going to be going after Charlie? So lock the doors. Listen, there's a pistol
I'm
that's
here.
there's a pistol in my sock drawer. I want you to find that. And I want you to explain to Charlie right now, without stressing him out, Katrina, that he needs to help you if something happens, okay?
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to be home. I'll be there in about 20 minutes, okay? Listen.
Okay, good. I'll be here.
I'll be home soon. I got to make one phone call to Isabel, lock the
Okay.
doors, find my pistol. You understand?
Right on.
Okay.
Well, see you in 20 minutes.
All right. And I hang up. And then I'm going to pick up the phone and dial Isabel's cell number.
This isn't too long after the call with Frank, so maybe just a couple of minutes, I imagine, right?
I would say so, yeah. And when your phone begins to ring again, Nicole just looks at you and goes, "Ooh, popular lady, huh?"
I'll give her like a wry smile as I take it out to look at it, and I'll roll my eyes and go, probably the same situation. Just give me just one moment. I'm so sorry.
Do your thing, girl.
I'll answer. This is Isabel.
Out of character. I hope I'm not blowing this way out of proportion, but it's how Raymond would be reacting to all this. You know what I mean? Isabel, this is Raymond. Are you sitting down?
Yes. I even have a drink in my hands.
That's good. Did you just speak to? I got a feeling you're going to want that drink. Did you just speak to Frank?
I did. We're supposed to meet later.
Yeah.
Is that what you're calling about?
Yes, but it's more critical than probably Frank led on. I just got off the phone with Frank myself. Did he tell you what the call is? What the meeting's about?
Something about a doll and Manny.
Yes.
And he has something he wants us to do. So.
Are you alone right now?
No.
Be careful how you react to what I'm about to tell you right now. What
She's
Frank
just kind of rolling her eyes as he's saying that, like, oh God, like this can't be that serious.
What Frank told you about is happening, most likely is one of them.
Yeah, well, that's what we thought about the other thing, and that turned out to be wrong, didn't it?
We don't know if that turned out to be wrong. And right now, one of them is going after our freehold leader. And I had a dream last night, Isabel.
Okay.
And I was going to call you about this before. Then all this happened. Is it possible that our dreams can tell us something that we already know or that someone wants us to know? That they can communicate something to us?
Possible. Very easy.
I had a dream last night that was different than any dream I've ever had, and I usually dream the same two things. Isabel, I dreamed that there's something out there taking children and is kidnapping them and hiding them. And it was vivid. It was very vivid. And I woke up screaming, I need your help. Drink a
And you
drink.
think this is related to this thing with Manny?
Yes. It has to be. If one of them are here and one of them's going after our leader, and I'm worried. I'm about to go to my house right now. Katrina's there right now with Charlie. And I I asked Frank to immediately go find Manny and stay with Manny. I'm going to wait until I hear from Manny or Frank before I make my next decision. If you wish to come over to my house and wait here until you hear from me, you're more than welcome. I decided I will call and let you know. But I'm watching Charlie because to me, if they're going after Manny, then they might also go after the one person who saw them.
Well, I'm not going to drop everything going on in my life just because of a hunch. But I do appreciate the urgency, so I'll be there later, like I discussed with Frank. Is
I
that okay
understand.
with you?
Yes, just be careful. These things are manipulative, and they find ways to get past our guard. I just want you to know that, okay? You know how to reach me. Enjoy your drink. And I hang up. I hurriedly walk down the hallway and lock the doors and get my car to drive back to my house.
I'm so mad I couldn't give you my my line in response to that. I was about to be like, oh,
Hey,
I
what
know.
was it? What was it?
I was just gonna be like, I know. You don't have to tell me how manipulative they can be, but
Oh.
like you just hang up. I'm like, so
I learned
she
that from
probably
William.
sees the anger and frustration on my face.
Yeah. I learned
Nicole's
that. I learned
smile
that.
just kind of changes a little bit, and she's just like, "What is that, more Manny stuff?"
Do you know Raymond?
I know of him. I don't think I've met him.
Oh well, pray that you don't, because he's kind of intense.
Is he a creep?
Yeah, he kind of is. He's a creep, and he's really intense, and is very paranoid from the sound of it.
He's not one of your courtmates, though. Why do you bother with him?
Well, Manny likes him, so
Men can be weird.
yeah. I don't know. They got a thing, so he says I need to trust him, so I do what I can, but
You don't.
he's also annoying. No, I don't trust him at all. I don't know what to think about him. He's just kind of like I said, paranoid. Really paranoid. He goes to some extremes, but
You know, many of us are.
I don't
I
blame
just
him.
wish a lot of others were able to have fun like we are. I mean, I know you're not. I know you're not entirely into the spring way of life, but I mean, I definitely see myself a lot in you. You know how to have fun, girl.
Oh well.
Only some of the others could learn a lesson from you or from I.
Even if I think he's annoying, he definitely isn't stupid. So I'll give him that.
Are you in some
But,
kind of trouble or something?
I'm not. Someone
I'm
else.
getting
might be,
this. Someone else, like one of us, or what are you talking about?
though. Oh, I don't know. I'll find out later. And I don't know if I can tell you. So
I
like I
won't
said,
press you, girl. We're here to have fun, not talk business.
yeah, you know how Manny can be with some of this stuff. Well, I don't know if you know how Manny can be, but he can be kind of intense. Just anyway, sorry for all the interruptions. We came here to just meet up and catch up, and we've just been talking about court bullshit.
Don't even sweat it. It's hard to get away from that sometimes. All the
Gosh,
time, really.
talking about sweat, and that's me segueing into weather.
Jesus
Ballpark
Christ, it's a
bullshit.
hot one. She kind of picks up her napkin and dabs her forehead a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's cut back to Frank. So you're at the house still. You just got off the phone with Isabel, who just got off the phone with Raymond. Did I get that right? We're like playing crazy phone tag right now.
So I guess Frank would, try to call Manny at this point.
So you dial Manny's cell phone or car phone. I'm not sure which you would have. Maybe a car phone because he's kind of a wealthier guy with a nicer car. Seems like the type that would do a lot of his business, while he's driving. Maybe find that to be like a little bit more private or something. Like with Raymond, you kind of have like a business card with like another number written on the back. Manny's kind of accommodated you in the same way. Just here's the number you can call me when I'm at home. Here's a number that you can try me at if I'm not at home. And he's kind of tried to make it easy for you to contact him if need be.
Yeah.
So you give it a ring, and 2 rings in, he picks up. Frank, what's up? Any news?
Yeah, Manny. I just called Raymond and told him about the effigy thingies he told me about, and he told me it was like could be some real dangerous stuff, back from like the others. And he told me that I should like protect you or something, that you need guarding.
Huh. Manny gives you hear like this kind of like boisterous chuckle from the other side of the phone. Oh, Raymond said, I need you to protect me, huh?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, who the hell's even in charge here anymore? All right, well, what, you want to get together? I got nothing going on anyways.
I'm just, I don't have to bother you. You can do your stuff, and I'll just, sit there in the corner or whatever.
He's quiet for a couple seconds, and he's like, hey, come on, buddy. I didn't mean anything like that. Look, I'm coming down to hang out with you right now, all right? Hey, what better to do than hang out with my best bud?
All right, Manny. Could take Fluffy for a walk.
Okay, do your thing. Guess I'll be there in a few.
Okay.
And yeah, so you hear the line disconnect from his side. Yeah, so Frank, Manny hangs up the phone. You, Frank, you're about to walk Fluffy. Manny is going to be dropping back by to, probably scoop you up or hang out at your place or whatever. He just said soon, so you don't have like an exact time on that. Katrina, you and Charlie are still kind of hanging out on the couch. I was meaning to ask you, do you, Katrina, mention anything to Charlie about the conversation with Raymond? Because he kind of passed the phone to you and didn't really catch any of that, any of the,
So Charlie, Raymond just, I guess he just received some distressing news. From the little I know about him, he likes to jump at shadows. He wants us to just stay here. Will be with us in about 20 minutes, he said.
What's the matter? Is there some kind of trouble?
To be honest, I don't know.
Is he pissed that I used the phone to call Melissa? I
don't
him
know.
He said it was fine.
Is he? Look, I don't know. I'm taking the blame if he's pissed. I mean, it was my idea, but I think he can't keep you here like worse than a prisoner. That's just not right.
Charlie just kind of gives you a nod and stares off at the TV again. So what are we doing? Is everybody coming here? Is something about to happen, or what?
I don't know. Raymond is coming. I hope he can tell us. I hope he tells us in a way that isn't completely paranoid.
And so we'll just say you guys kind of stay kind of just watching television together as you wait for Raymond to show up at the place. Raymond, you're still in the office right now. I'm thinking, what are you doing?
I am trying to close up shop, you know what I mean? Turn off the lights because I'm trying to head, you know what I mean, to my house, so I'm just going through and making sure all the lights are turned off, everything like that, and scheduling that appointment, leave a note to make for my receptionist to make that schedule change for Janice, and then feeling a little bit more invigorated, you know what I mean? I kind of
So you feel this certain fullness to you. You feel satiated as you kind of finish up at the office and lock the door again and get everything set up for the next time you're there. And you kind of have this extra pep in your step after being so empty, and now having a taste of that glamour again. Your reservoirs aren't completely drained. You feel like a person again, you know?
Definitely.
And so you kind of are like going with this increased sort of like speed and motivation to just drive back to the house, I'm thinking.
Yeah, drive back to the house because I mean, legitimately, I mean, it could be him being paranoid. He is jumping from A to Z, you know what I mean? With conclusions about what he was just told by Frank. But yeah, it's definitely like maybe it's even because he has his extra pep in his step now that he's more like, gotta get home, you know what I mean? I gotta be there. You know what I mean? I gotta, what do they call that? DEF CON, DEF CON red or whatever, he's just like thinking that there's just too many fucking coincidences, you know what I mean? Like just because you're paranoid doesn't mean they're not after you, you know what I mean? Like so it's just too much
And
going on.
I just want to like just mention really quick, Raymond, do you have the most occult, like you have the most points in occult out of any of the other players. You're
Yeah.
aware of the, how do I say this right? You're like more aware of the possibility
Yeah,
of certain things, not of like the definite,
exactly.
ways that things work, but
No, I was just saying maybe that's why he's always scared. That's maybe why
that's what
that
I'm
he
going to
does have
say. Yeah, it's
fear.
like that
Yeah.
you have that paranoid kind of way about you, but at the same time, it's like you are kind of more awakened to the possibilities of like how fucked up things can truly be, or like what weird stuff can actually exist out there. Where like, I mean, a lot of people, it's like obviously if they're a changeling or any other kind of like weird, just like something that doesn't exist in normal life, like obviously they understand that there's that part of the world that like they didn't understand. It's like this whole like unseen, like occult, esoteric kind of like
Hmm.
possibility of things, but they don't know like the full extent of like how this stuff could be possible. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You hear about some sort of effigy that's being left at your freehold leader's house, and to you that instantly is like immediate red flag of just, this is bad shit. Might not even be true fae shit, but obviously that's where you're leaning because that's who would, that's
Yep.
like the biggest fear in your community. But you just understand that like there's so much weird stuff in the world that your eyes were just not open to before, that now nothing really would seem surprising, and nothing seems like it's out of the realm of possibility, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you summed it up. It's just the perfect storm of fucking knowledge and fear to make him paranoid, you know what I mean? And God forbid if he's right about one of them, And like even in his, I could even equate and say that that's what happened when he killed that sympathizer. You know what I mean? He saw little signs that people ignored, and he was like, and just in a moment of rage, he found one of those signs happened to be true, and he just went to that dude's apartment, smashed him in the head with his ashtray that was in that guy's apartment. You know what I mean? It was just like all it takes is that one time you're right to make you think I'm going to be right every time. You know what I mean? I have a reason to be this way because I was right that one time, and it showed, and you know what I mean? So on and so forth. So yeah, I like playing a character like that, to be honest with you.
That's awesome. So yeah, you get in the car and you kind of are speeding towards the house in a way.
Yeah, and also one other thing about that too, it's like I mentioned before, like when Raymond has his highs and highs and he has his lows that are low, you know what I mean? And like he just got done having a low that was super low, and now he's having a high that is like, you know what I mean? Super high, you know what I mean? He's full of, like you said, he feels he's gotten that glamour back, and now he feels he has a purpose, and he's seen something, and he's reacting and making sure that things are being protective. So it's always like bipolar almost with them.
Okay. Isabel, you and Nicole are kind of like finishing up your drinks, and she points to you and she's just like, another one? I'll get him.
Okay.
And so she gets up to kind of like, or I guess she would flag down like a waiter or something, and kind of like order two more for you guys. And she's like, I gotta
Okay.
take it somewhat easy today. I gotta go meet up with Allison later.
She'll just kind of smile and just graciously accept the extra drink.
We'll just say that you guys kind of finish off your like mimosas together, and you guys kind of chat and bullshit a little bit. And before you guys are done, with your little like, meet up or whatever, she'll just like reassure you again, just like, hey, listen, you know I'm your girl, right? Anything you need to talk to me about, anything you need help with, you'd let me know, okay? I can be quiet about things. Like if you need help with something that like you can't go to your people with, like you know I'm your girl, so just let me know.
She'll kind of give that false, like, yeah, of course, totally kind of thing, but I want it to pass off as, believable. Is that a thing I need to roll for?
I'd like to say you're just able to do that. I mean,
Okay.
you just say like you act like very appreciative and like yeah, you totally
Mhm.
will.
But I'm not
Deep
gonna.
down,
I'm not gonna at all.
don't really put any stock in that. You're just like, oh yeah, okay, thank you, sure. You know that like if something was serious, she probably couldn't help you. She's a total party girl, and you like her. She's nice, but
Not for
your
serious
relationship
shit.
is kind of superficial in that sense that you guys.
Yeah, that kind of goes for all of Isabel's relationships. They're mostly superficial, and she prefers it that way.
So Frank, before too long, Manny shows up back at your house. You get the vibe that he never stopped driving after he dropped you off. You know, you get off the phone with him, and maybe like 10 minutes pass, and boom, he's there in the parking lot again, beeping his horn.
Oh yeah.
And you're just thinking like he must have just cruised the block a few times, and now he's back, which like is somewhat disconcerting to you
Mm.
because you know Manny to be a very calculated guy who's not scared of anything. And the fact that he, is just driving around aimlessly, you get this feeling that something is wrong. He's bothered by all of this. The guy who is can't be touched by anything, is this is disconcerting to you because you don't really see this that often where you might feel like a little bit helpless or something.
Hello, folks. Have you ever wished you could have an easy way to find gameplay videos and podcasts, or just media in general that deals with your favorite White Wolf role-playing games? Or have you ever wished you could find a forum to share gameplay that you have recorded, one which wouldn't be drowned out by random posts and discussion, so that your media could get the attention you want? Well, we have the answer for you in a Facebook group we run called White Wolf RPGs Gameplay and Media. The group is specifically ran with the sole intent of it being a one-stop shop for people to view or share media involving the games we all love. We take thorough steps to ensure the page does not become cluttered and is easy to traverse. We are currently over 1,000 members strong, and we are continuing to rapidly grow with new media being shared every day. Stop on by. We hope to see you there.
The Los Angeles metropolitan area is constantly growing and changing. The Central District is full of new buildings. The Hollywood and Wilshire districts, once far from downtown, now are part of a which spreads past Beverly Hills and out to the ocean. But why is all this going on in Los Angeles? Why is Los Angeles an exploding city?
Neon Masquerade.
The Demon's Mirror.
13 Candles.
3 chronicles running through the undead veins of the City of Angels.
The Esoteric Order of Roleplayers Actual Play podcast invites you to drink deeply.
Go to eorpodcast.com and search the duets tag to find out more.
High Level Games, the industry's first choice in taking your games to the next level. We are a podcast blog and new media network at highlevelgames.ca. We have blog posts about all of your favorite games going up 5 days a week, and a podcasting network with actual plays and shows that discuss role-playing games, with more rolling out all the time. We are on iTunes, Twitch, and YouTube. Find out more information at highlevelgames.ca, a site that certainly isn't controlled by a shadowy board of directors of otherworldly origin. That's highlevelgames.ca.
Please, help. They're coming.
Hey, do you like World of Darkness? Do you want to introduce your friends to it? But there's one problem. Nobody reads books anymore. This presents you with a problem, doesn't it? You want to get your friends into these awesome games, but they don't have the time or wherewithal to read any of them. Well, that's where Brett the Hitman comes in. Brett the Hitman, your one-stop shop on YouTube for all things related to World of Darkness. Currently in the middle of his Werewolf the Apocalypse series, which is showing tremendous growth. It's going to the moon! That's right, watch Brett the Hitman and you will get style, flair, humor, and of course some dank meme magic. Fucking normies! Brett the Hitman on YouTube at youtube.com/I love other people's misery. So watch now! If only for the dank memes. Tune in today!